Hey everybody, we're live from the latrine here at. You may have to resist the urge to enroll in the police academy from Beyond Glaze, and yes, we had to start out on there because as a former police officer, I had the urge for donuts, and here we are. Look at those donuts! Oh my! Oh my! Oh my! Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Bed. I'm here with Nettie Frank, and I've posted her name on here, but she's a rock star. She's a chef. She has been a friend for a long time. I actually kind of got to watch her grow up and
you did.
all that stuff. And she has, like, since high school, you have just been. You went to chef school, right?
I did.
Right after,
right out of high school.
And so, what school did you go to? I mean, I don't know what the big name chef schools, but you probably went to one of those.
I did, actually. It's the Culinary Institute of America. It's upstate New York.
Wow.
So
okay.
It's legit. Yeah.
It's legit.
Yeah, it's legit.
And when you do that, what kind of? I mean, do you do everything from pastries to?
Yeah. So
everything?
like in 7 days, I learned how to butcher and cook every fish in the sea. Next 7 days was breakfast cookery. Next 7 days was charcuterie, how to make bacon, sausage, brine mixtures, all that. Next 7 days was this. So it was like I was having finals every 7 days.
Oh wow.
So super intense, but I mean 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. We were in the kitchens just
For how long?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. But we worked at restaurants. We learned everything from restaurant law and how to run your own restaurant to the front of the house, the back of the house, managing, sommelier, all those things.
So what? Let's back up a bit. What made you want to do that? This is a happy show today. This is a food show.
Yeah.
Look at those donuts right there. What made you? Was it everything you wanted? Like when you're, I knew you when you were a teenager. Didn't know you had the love of food. I mean, your family. I mean, your dad was kind of in construction forever and all that stuff.
But see, the thing is, he was raised on a farm, and so like our family dinners were always incredible, and we always ended
from
with dessert.
Scratch.
Everything was done
from scratch.
So, and my mom threw tea parties and parties, so all the little fruit and things, right?
I remember coming to dinner once, and it was like,
Yeah, you were sitting at like a 10-course meal.
Yeah, it was like, be our guest, be our guest. It was like Beauty and the Beast.
It really was. It still is that way sometimes.
It's still that way. So, chef school, and then tell us about the evolution of Beyond Glaze, and about, I mean, you're on Channel 4, right?
I'm on a bunch of them.
You're on all of them. That's right.
13, 2.
So all of them. If you're in Utah or anywhere around Utah, you will see her on weekly, all the time. I mean, I know you just got back from having a little fun with the family, but I'm sure you've got gigs, coming.
We got busy stuff going all the time. Yeah.
So
I'm busy.
Tell us a little bit of the evolution of Beyond Glaze, and then I would imagine you also do. I know you do everything else, like catering and stuff like that.
I do. So, I actually, after culinary school, I came back to Utah, and I wanted to build my resume so that I could fall back on it at any point. Now, mind you, when I went to culinary school, Food Network did not exist at the time.
Right.
So
That's right. You've
really
done the Food Network, too. We got to talk about that.
Network.
Okay, we got to talk about that.
But it didn't exist. So when I said to people, I'm going to culinary school, they thought I was going into law enforcement. Is that so ironic?
Culinary school.
I'm like, how is culinary school? Or they got medical school. So I'm like, no, it's to be a chef. So people didn't know what culinary arts was back then.
Right.
So anyways, I came back and I worked at the top restaurants and hotels. Grand America, Log Haven, I wanted to fine dining. I wanted mass production of putting 4,000 desserts out at a time. All those different things, right? Snow Basin Ski Resort. Then I created my own catering company, which I did wedding cakes and events and weddings and corporate things and all sorts of fun stuff. And then my dad came to me. It was actually when 2008, when everything crashed in construction.
Yeah, he's had his. I mean, the Boat Not Broke It is the whole epitome of that. Your dad went through everything went bottoms down, bottoms up.
Well, it was the trickle effect of people not paying, and it just went right, and it was super horrible for my parents and my family. But my dad came to me and he's like, I know we've talked about opening a bakery. I know we've talked about, because we always talked about those. It would be fun someday to do that. He says, what about donuts? And I said, Dad, if we're gonna do donuts, there's not going to be any sprinkles allowed. Like, we're going to make these gourmet
no sprinkles allowed.
donuts. Well, it was the cupcake craze, and I'm like, I'm over the cupcakes.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Not any offense to cupcakes because I make really yummy cupcakes. But I wanted to make donuts that look like mini cakes. And so that created the idea of taking fresh fruit, puring it up.
Right. You just kind of move this around for a quick second. As you're talking, go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, this one is like the orange and raspberry and key lime. So we put the fresh fruit. This is the Elvis donut, bacon, banana, maple,
You never
peanut
imagine
butter.
a bacon on something, but
it's incredible.
Amazing.
Our blueberry tort, we take the crumbs with the oats and we soak it in butter and vanilla and cinnamon and brown sugar, and then we crumb it,
Don't be
put on top.
soaking stuff
in butter.
Soaking it.
It's so good.
It in butter.
And then our coconut cream pie with the toasted coconut, it's our white chocolate cream cheese frosting. So it just kind of evolved, and then we started doing donuts that were favorites of the family. Like my grandma always made blueberry tort and raspberry torts for Sunday dinners.
Right.
So then we put it into the donut. So that's kind of how that evolved.
So you opened up the store, this store, I remember, right? Or a different one?
Actually, we were in a little house where my dad had his construction.
Oh, really?
We turned it into a kitchen.
Okay.
And then, I mean, people were coming down a little lane.
Sure.
You know, it was totally Whiskey Tango, but we were so grateful for people
Whiskey
that
Tango.
were like,
I love her.
I know I say the worst things.
No,
that wasn't bad. But I'm not
you
really
can say anything
grammar.
on here.
I'm not
you
really.
can say anything on here.
I am who I am. Anyways, but we were so grateful that people would come down this little lane and there's goats over in the field and they're buying donuts and they're like, are these people making these donuts? You know?
Right.
And so we were so grateful.
Do they have a business license for
that?
that?
I mean, we had that because we did everything legit, you know. But then we were able to get into this store, and this store we've now been here almost 8.5 years, almost 9 years.
So you've gone through the transformation too. You expanded with more stores, and then things kind of got rocky. But then again,
there were some situations that were out of our control when we franchised.
Right.
Unfortunately, it didn't work out.
Right.
But we're still here. This one's still here. We're still moving forward, and we're just
Are you
trying
still
our
doing the
best.
franchising?
No, we're not anymore.
Okay.
No, and I think it's
Probably
it's
good.
okay.
Probably good.
Yeah. But we're here, and we're not going anywhere. But even when we first opened, I was making chocolate croissants, ham and cheese croissants, cinnamon rolls, all those pastries and stuff. But then we just realized people just love their donuts. So we just went straight to, oh my gosh, there's a goat.
Yes.
Someone's walking a goat
here.
right now, and I just talked about goats.
Here.
What just happened?
There's a goat going
kidding
by.
me? How could that be more
She's talking about goats. There's the goat right out in front of the old store there.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing like
That is made by day. Donuts and goats.
Donuts and goats.
Holy cow.
Nothing like live TV. Nothing like live
You're going to get
TV.
most likes on this one because of the goat.
No, we don't script this one. So what's the plan? So you got your shows and you've got this. Are you think you're ever gonna have a big restaurant type thing ever?
Gosh, no,
it's a lot of work.
That would consume me. And I still have 2 little kids and trying to keep
and a
parents
husband.
alive and all that kind of fun stuff.
Right.
No, but I travel back and forth from LA to Florida doing recipe development. I was on Food Network.
Yeah, tell me about the cake war thing.
That was a super fun experience. That almost 2 years ago that happened. It was
Really?
the first season of Cake Wars. Yeah.
Wow.
I know, right?
Did you have that weird guy on? Was the weird guy on there?
Which one?
I know there's so many weird that narrate that host people. There's chefs too. There's one that I used to watch anyway. I shouldn't open my mouth, but there was one guy that was kind of weird. He was kind of like
There's a bunch of weird.
Ratatouille kind of weird kind of guy. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking about, but there's always someone. There's all sorts of stuff.
That is, the old proper and all that stuff.
Yeah. No, I don't know. On that
So
one,
you're
but
just gliding along, having fun, and doing what you want to do, right?
I'm doing what I want to do. I do tons of private cooking now. I do a lot of private chef work, which I love. It's more one-on-one with the client. I do a lot of cooking classes. I really love teaching people how to cook.
Where can people get a hold of you? And, you know, obviously we have you on Facebook. And
Yeah, Chef Nettie Frank.
Chef Nettie Frank on Facebook. And that's
Instagram.
Nettie.
Nettie.
IE. And do you have like a website or anything like that?
chefnettie.com.
Chefnettie.com.
And I have recipes on there and all sorts of stuff. And the homepage always says where I'm going to be, like what's going on. If I have cooking classes here, and you guys can contact me from there. Yeah, so I've got a lot of fun stuff coming up this summer. My cookbook is coming.
Wow.
Yeah, so
we need to do another one of these then if you have a cookbook. We're not, you know, we're not the big network channels, but you know,
fun, though. I
we
are. This is great. This is fantastic.
I kind of when I texted you and you know we talked a little bit, we chatted a little about what to say. Talk about food and nutrition, but also talk about, you know, what I've noticed in my old age is that my grandparents lived a whole lot longer on, you know, non-processed foods, and I'm sure that you cook all kinds of different types of things, and you know, with sugars and without sugars and all that stuff. But talk about the whole idea of processed foods and some of the things that, I mean, butter is healthy in some cases.
It actually is.
So talk a little bit about that.
So natural fats are actually really, really good for you, like cream and milk and butter. Now in excess, nothing in excess is good for you.
Right.
So of course moderation in all things, but all the processed things, like anything that says fat-free or low-fat, now has some sort of chemical process in it to counterbalance the fat content. But if you look at the sugar content in it, the sugar content is way up.
Way up.
So it's actually way worse for you. So I never buy the fat-free or low-fat of anything because there's now new processed chemicals in that to give it that title. So I think that's kind of a... I don't do that. But as far as like, I don't know, when I scramble my eggs, I put a little butter in the tray.
Do you see the spectrum? I mean, for people that you want to cook, they want to be uber healthy.
They do.
And they want you to, you know, with grass and roots and...
Yeah, and I mean, if you want to do that, I mean, that's totally
But then you go to the other extent too.
That's another extreme of it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When people go so healthy that their bodies aren't getting those natural fats either.
Right.
And so you've got to have that balance. So I know they always say like, okay, you can have your cheat day, right? Well, on that cheat day, people go crazy. And now they totally just ruined what they've been working on. So I think it's just a natural balance. And I always feel like it's like the inner teenager in me, but if you say I can't have something, I'm craving it.
Amen.
I am craving it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you come to I and go, you know what, today's a donut day. Great, awesome, make it a donut day. Tomorrow, it's going to be salad day. And you make the choices yourself though for those things. You know what I mean?
Well, and that brings into play, you know that every day we do something about depression and you know, people just, food for people could be a very uplifting thing. And could be also a very depressing thing too.
Very true.
What do you know, what's kind of your mission in that sense? I mean, is there, you know, the good foods to eat when you're not, and the bad foods, and, you know, exercise, of course, things like that?
I think exercise is always really good. Exercise for me is more of a mental game than actual physical. But the physical plays in line with it once I do it. Does that make sense?
Right.
So like I do boxing for my exercise. Yeah, I'll kick butt. So don't mess with me ever.
I will 1-2 kick your butt.
Yeah, I will kick your trash.
I will donut your butt.
That's good. But it's more of a mental for me.
Right.
You know, because I've dealt with my depression and anxiety.
Everybody's demons.
Everybody has. It doesn't matter where you are on any spectrum. I mean, life throws crap at you, and you don't know when it's going to come. So I think exercise is always good. Even if you just go get out walking, just doing something. Vitamin D is very important to me. Like even if it's a big one sometimes. Going tanning sometimes. Like I just need that vitamin D every once in a while. But as far as food goes, I think if you just find that balance, I think if you're hitting McDonald's every day, that's not good. That's not good. But every once in a while, you're like, oh my gosh, let's make a burger at home. And so that's kind of my goal when it comes to teaching people to cook. let's get back in the kitchen. Let's get our kids back in the kitchen. Let's get ourselves, let's get our grandparents. I mean, even when I teach lessons to anybody of every age, they're like, oh my gosh, I never knew that.
That's another good one. You know, kids, there's a lot in these generations that they really don't know how to,
We're totally out of the kitchen. And so
we know how to microwave, but we...
Yeah, and that's so bad.
Yeah.
And all of that is just processed. Like, I even tell people, instead of doing those pizza pockets, you know, get the fresh raviolis and bake them. Because there's a lot, I'm sorry, but like, there's a lot of processed stuff.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's really, really bad. But if you get fresh pasta, raviolis, and you bake them in the oven, and then dip it in marinara, I mean, you're still getting kind of that pizza effect.
Right.
Now it's a little bit healthier version of it.
So what's your favorite food?
Oh my gosh.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh,
Italian food.
Oh, give me a pasta dish any day. And
That's kind of
I
cool.
love just like, and when it's summertime and I've got things in my garden, I've got
So
tomatoes
your favorite
and
food is do you like to cook that food too?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Italian is your kind of thing.
It's my calming, or my neighbors, if I like knock on your door and here's baked goods, it's because I needed a calm day.
if you go to Nettie's site, and I may probably both of them, you did Taco Tuesday yesterday.
Oh my
right?
gosh, yes.
You got to see the tacos that she did.
It was a taco pizza.
Oh my.
So my neighbor saw this. It's from like someone made it in New Jersey. It's a huge pizza with tacos, and he's like, "Oh, Nettie, what do you think?" I was like, "Let's make it on Taco Tuesday." He's like, "Yes." So we made
it looked too good to eat almost.
With enchilada sauce on the dough. I mean, homemade dough that I made, right? The enchilada sauce, the Mexican cheese, fresh cilantro, and then I made the chicken verde tacos, and then I made the beef tacos with pineapple, fresh salsa, pico de gallo, fresh guacamole, like, and we stacked it all on the pizza. So he was wrapping the pizza around the taco, and just, it was.
So cool. Taco Tuesdays in Nettie's neighborhood.
Yeah, for sure.
I just like to go to a Super Bowl party. Maybe that would be fun too.
I host a good Super Bowl party.
I'm sure you host everything good.
I do, but I think just using fresh ingredients is actually better on your budget as well. When you get fresh produce, it's a lot cheaper than just buying everything out of the freezer aisle. So I think it's just bringing knowledge to people and teaching them how to cook, because people are like, I'd love to do more fresh produce and all that, but I don't know how to do it.
Right.
So
So
that's
watch
why I
you.
love teaching
So watch
people
you
how to
on
cook.
TV. You know, take
follow
classes,
me.
follow
Yes.
the
Get a
whole nine
group
yards.
instead of bunko night.
Right.
Have a group of either ladies or guy friends, whatever, and do cooking classes once a month.
Mm-hmm.
And you still get together, but you're learning something that
I want to
you
do.
will
I'm going to eventually do a man camp, and part of the man camp is going to be you and
I'll
teaching
teach
men.
barbecue. Let's do ribs. I can do some good stuff.
Teaching men how to do that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Thank
Actually,
you.
a lot of men like to cook a lot more.
Oh, I love to cook.
They're more
I love to cook. I can't cook like you, but I can
teach
cook.
you,
I can cook decently. You know,
do a cooking
I have a
demo.
couple recipes. We should do that.
Let's do a cooking
We should do
demo
that.
next
Well,
time.
yeah. There is going to be a next time. That would be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. Thank you. Anything else you want to add, plug, say?
Oh no, just get back into the kitchen is really my main thing, and get the kids involved, and come have a donut.
Yeah. We're located at 109. We're at 109 West, 123rd South.
Yes.
My stomping grounds here, and her old stomping grounds too. Well, still her stomping grounds.
Yeah.
And so go to her sites and find everything that you can and know about her, and she has some great. When I thought about doing this show, I thought, and we'll do it again, if you will. We'll do it again and again. She does a lot, like I said, a lot of other shows. But I can't think of anybody else that's normal when it comes to food. I'm a personal trainer, and there's so many extremes that just aren't working. And then there's the other side of it where you're just kind of like, you can't just eat a nut and that's it.
No. Oh my gosh.
So don't be afraid of food. Don't be afraid of it.
Exactly.
You know, that kind of thing.
And I know a lot of people have problems with their bulimia and all those kind of things, but that's also where you can get the mental health and guidance. But if you just have balance. I think balance is key.
Balance and moderation, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't deprive yourself, but don't indulge either. So, but balance.
Right.
Balance is good.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this thing around, and maybe Josh is gonna go double duty here, and then Nettie is gonna put this on my back. This tray of donuts.
Okay, you ready?
Should I turn around so you can see it?
Which way? You want me in front?
Oh, actually, you probably. Yeah, we're good. I'll turn around. There we go. Okay.
Okay, tell me you're ready.
Go
You want
ahead,
it
put 'em
down
on
this
there.
way or do you want it this way?
Probably just up towards, yeah,
Okay,
towards the
all right,
beginning
you got
back.
it, Bob?
Okay, so
Don't drop
how
the
many, How many
donuts.
push-ups am I doing today? Let's
How many you want to do?
see. You're
10?
you're young. Then I'll do 31. Here we go.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe I'll do one. Maybe I'll do. How many
Okay.
donuts are up?
We
there?
got 4.
There's
I'll
4.
do. There's one.
One per donut.
There's 2. There's 3.
One more.
And there's 4.
There you go.
Nice.
Hey, thanks for joining us, everybody. Remember, it's all about the band.
Yep.
Nettie Frank, she rocks.
Think so.